Hi folks, good morning. It's Saturday here in Belfast and today's video folks is about Limelight Hydrangea Standard on a stem. Now I am preparing these for my customers folks. We deliver plants and here is just an example. They came to me yesterday. That's them there, okay? And you'll find folks when you get these delivered, you'll find a couple of little yellow leaves, okay? It's coming near the end, well, getting closer to the middle of August, say. I could sit here and spend all day picking these off, but there's no point. The yellowing of the leaves are a symbol of either, let me rephrase, these Limelight hydrangeas, folks, have a specific orchestrated root system that are perfect for pots. And if they dry out, they can yellow very quickly. So I normally get plants delivered from Holland and the south of Ireland as well. But these guys came to me with a few yellow leaves, which tells me at some point in transportation, they were under a little bit of stress. But for the customer's point of view, folks, don't be thinking this is doom and gloom. This is just the way it goes. At this time of the year, plus when you get this, give it a good soak. I gave it a soak 2 days ago. I'm going to give it another soak today. When you receive these hydrangeas, folks, that's them there, okay? When you receive these, yes, you can keep them in this pot for this year, believe it or not. Make sure they're moist at all times and put into a sunny position. The more sun, the bigger the blooms as well. When you have this planted out into your border or your pots, folks, always position plants to their nicest side. There is such things as ugly. Hey, look, that big face there. That's my ugly side. That's my ugly side. And my ugly side. Sorry, there's my ugly side there. Plants are the same, folks. They have these sort of. We're I don't know what it is. We've got OCD or something, but human beings love things neat and tidy and symmetrical. Because we live in a natural world, these plants are not born that way. They're free like us. They've got souls. So they have a lovely part of their face and an ugly part of their face. So position these out. And also when it comes to positioning, make sure they're, if you have, say, 3 or 4 of them, make sure they're about a metre apart at least. Depends on your creation, depends on what you want to do. And I'm always geared to help. This video, folks, is also about caring for your Limelight hydrangea on a standard, and it goes to all of my customers. The Limelight hydrangea, folks, is one of those hydrangeas that doesn't spook you. There's all these different different stories about how to prune back hydrangeas and all sorts of tricks in nature. This bad boy here, folks, one of the white ones, you just trim back about 12 inches down. That's it. The whole lot goes, okay? Anyone can do it. I can do it. Okay, so what you'll find, folks, as well, if I go in deeper, you see here, that was the growers in Holland. So at one point last year, they cut it right back to about that much. Now, that was last year. This year, try and put it back come winter. This is Northern Ireland, so it'll be between February and March. This will start to go over the winter period and lose all of its leaves anyway. But prune it back to about 3 buds, about 10 inches, sorry, about 10 centimetres, should I say, and it's good to go. Oh my God, you're going to go, oh my God, this is not. The blooms, folks, grow in new wood, okay? So what you want to do with pruning, for example, you want to, number one, during winter time, February, it'll be best in Northern Ireland, right about the middle of February, not the first, it's still too cold. But what you want to do, folks, is look for the dead and disease. You always start with the D's. Just trim any wee tiny, useless things. You can pick off your finger. Just cut them off. There's no point having them. They steal energy. The next bit is, folks, any dead bits. You know a dead bit of wood when you see a dead bit of wood. Snip it off. The closer to the stem, the better. Also, folks, crossing branches. What you want to try and do with these is to create this wine glass shape, okay? You also want to make sure that, you didn't see that, but that's what I do. I prepare all of these before they get delivered to my customers, don't worry. Ultimately, what you want to do is anything that, imagine, be the wind turbine, go like this here and see if you see any branches sort of crossing each other. After a while, that'll scrape the sort of outer bark. It'll sort of release their enzymes and juices. Disease will come in, fungus disease, canker, everything. So if you see any crossing little leaves come February on your hydrangea, snip them off. You want this wine glass scenario. All right, so I got a drippy eye this morning, what's wrong with me? Yeah, and that's good to go. If you don't, I've done this. I don't have much time to garden nowadays, but I've done this to one of my hydrangeas, folks. If I just let that be, and I don't prune this, the leaves will fall off. The sticks, the stems will still be here. but next year's blooms you'll have wee tiny flowers. But I have no flowers. The flowers are tiny. You didn't prune it. Or you put too much manure. All manure. Manure equals leaves, little flowers. Alright? I done that with one of my ones out there. It wasn't on a stem. I say, let me bring it in. That's for you. No joke, folks. This is my hydrangea. Now, it's not on a stem. It's not on a big standard tree. This is the bush, the shrub. Okay, as you can see, folks, there's weeds everywhere. Now, yes, I know how to garden. I know wee bits and bobs about this and that. I'm still learning as well. But I don't have the luxury of time to look after all of my plants. In the business, yeah, we'll have to. But the ones that I have naturally in my back garden, and sometimes the front as well, I don't get enough time. That kills me. So this plant, folks, you'll see there's weeds at the bottom. I'm not going to lie to you, I need to show you the truth. But this shrub, folks, I didn't prune it. There's a wee tiny. Now it looks massive compared to these wee babies behind me. They're wee babies. This is bigger. Look, wee tiny blooms. So, prune, and you will be rewarded in heaven, folks. This is a baby, and it will grow. Hydrangea Limelight on standards will grow up to 2 meters in the right conditions, folks. Moist at all times, especially in the first year. Give it as much sunlight as you can. Give it a winter prune come February. And when it comes to feed is very, very important to all of your plants. If you're like me, I haven't fed mine for a while. I don't know what to do. But with hydrangeas, I know this. When you go to B&Q or any other garden centre, folks, go to a brand, go to the fertiliser shelf, and you'll see containers. I don't even actually have any here. This shows you what I do. I think I have some somewhere. But at the back, you'll see letters N for Norman, P for Polly, and K for Cattle. In real gardening terms, N for nitrogen, P for potassium, and K for... I've got this right the wrong way. I'm not going to edit this out. N for nitrogen, P for phosphorus, and K for potassium. That's the rule. With hydrangea, especially the limelight variety, folks, and other hydrangeas when I really think about it, you need to have, there's 3 numbers. There's a number under N, there's a number under P, and there's a number under K as well. The higher the number in N is for foliage, leaves, nitrogen. The P in the middle is for the roots. And the K at the end is for flowers and fruit. So you want to try and find a fertiliser, folks, with high in N and high in K and a wee small number in P. The roots are fantastic in these things. They're fan-dabby-dozy. What you want is good foliage, good little solar panels, and good foliage as well. So when you get these delivered, folks, when you see a couple of yellow leaves, don't be thinking it's dying. Alright, it has been transported 1 or 2 days, it's probably dried out and I've watered it. I'm doing it to water as well. These leaves will naturally fall off at winter anytime. And make sure you give it a good prune in winter. At the old side, please subscribe. Bye bye.